Hello everyone, welcome to the editorial analysis of the Shankar IAS Academy, and today's video is for the date of 4th of April 2025. So these are the topics for discussion. The first article, why are undersea cables important, from the Hindu, discusses about the importance of undersea cables through the usage of fiber optic communication. And the next article, the other space race, the geopolitics of satellite net, again from the Hindu, discusses about the new partnership of the SpaceX Starlink with Indian telecom giants such as the Airtel and Jio and their impact. So in light of these two articles, let us see their analysis with the mains practice question without any delay. So this is the news. The Starlink has partnered with the Airtel and Jio. So here the context is the SpaceX Starlink has partnered with Indian telecom giants such as the Airtel and Jio to expand their satellite-based internet services in India. So we all know Starlink is the internet service provider by the SpaceX, and this topic comes in the syllabus of mains GS3 paper, that is under technology and economic development. So let us see the features of the partnership. Here the satellite internet is used in the LEO, that is it is used in the low earth orbit satellites. So here it to provide internet services where fiber optics or cellular networks are not feasible. So us, before going into the other details of this article, we should just have some uh, basic understanding about the working of the fiber optics. So we all know cellular networks uses radio waves frequency as the transmitter to provide internet services and other communication services. In fiber optics, it uses light to transfer information and other communicable services. So us knowing about the article, first we should know about the fiber optic communication. So we all know that the fiber optic is using light to transfer information and other communicable services. So the fiber optic is made by glass 100%. So here the thickness of the fiber optic is compared with the human hair. So how a strand of a human hair would be, that would be the thickness of a fiber optic. So here it has many layers, but the main layer would be the core and the clad. So here the core is ultimately made by the glass, and here the clad is a part, or it's an outer part which protects the core. So this is the structure of the fiber optic. So how does the fiber optic uses the light for the communication? So here we should know two concepts, that is the refractive index and the total internal reflection, that is the TIR. First, the light is converted into LED or lasers with information in the binary codes. So here the binary codes are used in 0 and 1. So the information is converted to binary codes, and that light is converted to LED and lasers, and it has been transferred in the optic fiber. So here glass is known for its high refractive index. High refractive index means how light will be slowing down in a medium, that is from a high low intensity, low refractive index medium to a high refractive index medium. So here glass is known to have high refractive index. So when the light is traveling through glass, it will be moving very slowly. So from a vacuum, that is the air, when a light travels to glass, the refractive index will be very slow. And next is the total internal reflection. Since the light travels from vacuum and to glass, that is from low infractive index to high infractive index, here the light will be traveling slow and it won't have any way to escape from that particular fiber. So it will be traveling back and forth, so it will be bouncing up and down, so it doesn't escape. So this is known as the total internal reflection. So here this traveling, or this spike, or this blink, this travel is known as blinking light pulses. So here the information is traveled through light through its blinking light pulses, and the information is passed on in binary codes, and when it goes to the end, that is the transmitter end, that is the receiver, the light is converted to text, images and other information given. So this is known as fiber optic communication. And this formation of fiber optic communication has won the Nobel Prize in 2007, if I'm not wrong, by Charles Cow. So he found the importance of the fiber optic communication in replacing the copper wires which was used for transmitters. So here this is such a revolutionary founding for many internet and satellite based communication. So this is the total idea about the fiber optic communication. So in India, for example, we have brought in the government initiatives such as the BharatNet to provide fiber optic communication to gram panchayats. So there is fast internet and other communicative services providers. So this is how important fiber optic communication, especially related to UPSC. So now we can even more understand the importance of this partnership. So here, in places where this fiber optics or the cellular networks are not feasible, there is the usage of the satellite internet, which is being provided by Starlink, where they get associated with big telecom giants such as the Airtel and Jio. So I hope the basis is clear, and now let's move on to the features of partnership. Next is having domestic collaboration. So here the operation is through Indian Telecoms, and there is rural focus, as it targets connectivity in remote areas where the fiber optics and cellular networks are not feasible, and also there is low infrastructure cost, as there is no need for cables or towers, and then bringing the regulatory compliance. So here it avoids direct foreign control and uses more accountability by the domestic collaboration and through the Indian partnerships. Now let us look into the benefits to India. So here there is digital inclusion been made here. It brings connectivity even to the last mile or the last corner of our country, India. Then it is cost effective. So here we have seen how it reduces the infrastructure burden by no cable facility, and it brings in economic growth. So here it supports e-education, e-health and e-commerce, and bringing a bond for the digital divide and gap. So next is it brings in technological advancement. It leverages a lot of global technology and opportunities while fostering local research and development and employment also. So here, looking into the strategic perspective, it also counters China's GuoWang network. So it is another satellite based communication by China. So here this partnership can stand as a even more competitive strategy for other global powers such as China's network. So we have seen the pros. Now we need to see the cons. Let us look into a few key concerns. First, there is risk of foreign surveillance. So it leads to digital sovereignty by one or more global powers, as it can lead to monopoly risk. So here the Starlink's dominance may hurt the competition present for India and also for their users. Then there will be more tech dependence. It might hinder the indigenous capability, and there will be more technological dependence. And next is the BSNL's involvement. So here the project has been taking in account of Airtel and Jio, but they are not taking the state based telecom service, that is the Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. So here the government control through Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited is very uncertain, as even in newspaper they have discussed how this involvement can stand as a big concern, because since it is state based, it has all access or it has all details or data concerning many remote places. So if you are not involving the BSNL, it might be a bigger hinder. And next is having geopolitical risk. Here there is potential for service disruption due to foreign policy shifts. So what is the way forward for this? Here we can provide indigenous satellite internet. So here there is support from the ISRO-led initiatives. It also uses hybrid model. We can use hybrid model. So using Starlink as a short term, so that we can build local capacity for our country in a long term basis. And next is having ensuring local data storage and regulation, and there is government oversight if there is involvement of BSNL also. And next is promoting competition, that is to encourage players like OneWeb and Copier into these services. And there is balanced strategy, so it maintains diverse international collaboration, and there is indigenous consideration also. So I hope the article is clear. I ask the students to post the answer for this question in the comment section also, and also you can provide your understanding about the fiber optic communication as check for the prelims or the mains question, where there is importance of the BharatNet initiative. In 2016 they have asked about Li-Fi, which is also using of the light as the communication or the transmitter. So here I ask the students to post about this answer and also the understanding about the fiber optic concept. So this is the main question. Cooperation and communication is crucial for economic growth. In this context, discuss the concerns associated with international cooperation in communication and suggest measures to address those concerns. Now the next article here, why are undersea cables important? So here it talks about the undersea cable network, and the context is here Airtel's to Africa Pearl system, that is backed by the Meta, are going to enhance India's global connectivity. So this is part of India's effort to expand subsea cable infrastructure. And this in syllabus it comes in the GS paper 3 again under science and technology, infrastructure and security. So what are undersea cables? So undersea cables are fiber optic cables on ocean floors for high speed data transmission, and it connects global internet service provider and telecoms. So here it is standing as a link to terrestrial network internet, that is the land, through landing stations. So here in last article we understood what is the working of the fiber optic cables and their importance. So this article would be even more easy for us to understand. So we should all know how fiber optic cables is mostly opted more for governmental projects, governmental infrastructures, such as the maritime connectivity, and also other gram panchayats initiative through BharatNet. So not only for gram panchayats but also for other governmental communication, fiber optic cables has been highly recommended and highly used by the state owned firms. So now looking into India's current ecosystem, it has 17 international subsea cables, and the major landing points would be Chennai and Mumbai, and some are in Kochi, Vizag and Thiruvananthapuram. But Mumbai and Chennai are the important and the most major landing points. So here the landing station are majorly by the Mumbai and Chennai. So these two countries are majorly important for the link, being as a link to the terrestrial internet from the marine and the subsea cables. Since there is only more importance through Mumbai and Chennai for the landing stations, there is limited global share which affects our stability and also our redundancy. So redundancy here to have a stockage or a backup on various indigenous services. So it's not very ultimately important, but it is even more sufficient when we have that backup. So there's that scope of having in redundancy, that is you jump back to having stocks. So when we are not having that much landing options through different places, it can limit our global share and it affects ultimately stability and redundancy. So now looking into the challenges, first there is limited infrastructure when it comes to the cable used in subseas. So here the bottlenecks at Mumbai and Chennai would be the only few places apart from Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram, as Mumbai and Chennai are being used mostly, especially for their port infrastructure. So this limits the infrastructure. And next is bringing regulatory delays. So here multiple clearances have slowed down the deployment. So we need multiple clearances from the Department of Technology, Ministry of Home Affairs and other government ministries, so that it delays the regulatory services through having multiple clearances, and it can also bring in security risks. So, for example, having geopolitical tensions such as the Red Sea piracy, as it involves maritime. And next is high maintenance costs. Here only there are few Indian facilities, and delays in repair can slow down the process, can have regulatory delays, can have bottlenecks, especially at Mumbai and Chennai. So all of these challenges are interrelated. So even if there is one challenge, it would be affecting all of the challenges, and it can have impact in the supply chain networks, and also through the logistics, and through the infrastructure, and through the economic growth. As in today's news in Tamil Nadu edition, we did see how there is a increase of profit of 6%, I guess, in through the Chennai ports. So we all know how important the bottlenecks at Mumbai and Chennai, and even if there is one problem, it will lead to multiple challenges. So let us look into few solutions and way forward. First is having expanding the landing sites. So bringing in more across the coastal areas and the coastal cities. Then bringing in ease of approvals, having centralized and even more faster permissions for many approvals. Next, boosting the redundancy. So here to increase cables to reduce the outage risks, and to encourage investments, leveraging PPP models and other global partnerships, and looking into cyber security, safeguarding from sabotaging and disruptions. So as we all know that fiber optic is known for its low maintenance as well as high speed connectivity. So in order to bring in low amount of disruptions, we need to invest more in cyber security, so we can uh, reduce the cyber crimes, which can include piracy and so on, and also to reduce the sabotaging of those machineries and cables being used. So we should all know that subsea cables are very very important and vital for India's digital economy. So resilience, regulatory streamlining, networking, and infrastructure investment are key concerns to bring in a sustainable digital growth. As we all know that maritime investments are one of the most important economy growth for our country India. So I hope the article is clear and easy to understand. So this is the mains practice question. Discuss the strategic importance of undersea cable networks for India, and examine the challenges and opportunities in strengthening its digital infrastructure. So I ask the students to also bring in their answer in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give a like, comment and share. And to further not to miss any content, subscribe to our channel and post your answers in the comment section, and it will be reviewed. So thank you so much.